All right, hello class. How you doing? Today we are going to talk about what we are going to learn about this semester, and then I'm going to ask you guys as well what you would like to learn about, or what is interesting to you about what I present to you in this PowerPoint. This is English 2CP. Essentially, it's like world literature. Okay, we do a survey of the whole world, but it's more than just literature. Obviously, it's grammar, it's writing, nonfiction. It's a little bit of history stuff because we talk about oral history projects, and we do a little bit of everything. Okay, so first of all, we're going to learn about the sentence. We will learn what a sentence is, and we will learn what a sentence is not. Okay, we will learn that a sentence has a subject, a verb, and an object. Okay, really, none always have an object or direct object. But it always has a subject and a verb. Now, if it's missing a subject or a verb, that's what's called a fragment. Okay, but we'll talk more about that. So we'll learn the basic part of the sentence. Okay, we'll learn about the sentence, the basic structure of a sentence with SVO, subject, verb, object. We will learn the four basic sentence structures. Okay, and those include compound, complex, and simple, compound, complex, and compound. Did I say four? Simple, compound, complex. There's got to be another one. It's escaping me right now. I know there is. We'll learn about the four sentence functions. Okay, a sentence can be one of four different things, and we'll talk about what those are. Imperative. It can make a statement. We'll talk about all those. We'll learn about parts of speech. There's, of course, 8 parts of speech, and we're going to learn about them. We'll learn the difference between phrases and clauses. We'll also learn about modifiers, which include adverbs and adjectives. We'll learn reading strategies, and that's one of the things we're going to start with. Reading and rereading. Sometimes this strategy is called reading with a pen because it leads to annotation. One of the strategies we're going to learn is that first thing we do is we survey it. You don't read it. The second step is you skim it. You read the first few sentences of each paragraph. And the third step is when you go through and read it. And the third step is where you annotate. So we'll learn about annotation. This is an example of annotation. We'll learn how to make inferences. And I'll talk more about that as we get to it. We will learn how to identify bias. That's one of the first things we're going to be working on. We'll learn about basic story structure. Every story has 3 parts, a beginning, a middle, and an end. This guy, Aristotle, he came up with that. But basically, we'll call story structure conflict, crisis, and resolution. We'll learn about tone, voice, and mood in a story. We'll learn about setting. We'll learn about atmosphere. Settings, time, and place. Atmosphere is the emotional quality of the setting. We'll learn about symbols. Symbols are concrete objects used to represent abstract ideas. We will learn about conflict and characterization. We'll learn about the writing process. It has 5 steps. We'll learn about each of those, and we'll learn about recursion. We'll learn about what a paragraph is. We'll learn how to frame quotes properly. We'll learn the difference between quotation and paraphrase and a summary in our writing. We'll learn about rhetoric, and we'll learn how to use rhetoric to persuade. We will learn how to write an essay, starting with the 5-part essay format. We'll learn how to avoid plagiarism. We will learn about proper MLA citation. We'll learn about metaphors. And we'll learn about allusions. We'll learn about imagery. And we'll learn about irony. We will learn about poetry. We will learn about this guy, William Shakespeare. And we'll learn about specifically Macbeth. We'll learn about culture right off the bat. We'll learn about history in the second unit. We'll learn about the historical context of our readings and where they come from. We'll learn what it's like to live in a totalitarian regime. We'll learn about weird rituals. We'll learn about the Holocaust. And more. So that's just a little sampling of what we'll learn this semester. And you can use this PowerPoint to help you complete your notes. Talk to you soon.